At 70 years old, I finally understood something no school, no mentor, and no success book ever taught me. Time is not something you manage, it is something you spend, and once you spend it, it's gone. For 45 years, I was what the world calls a responsible man. The provider, the achiever, the dependable one. I built a career from nothing. I worked long hours. I showed up early and stayed late. I said yes to every opportunity that promised growth. Promotions came, raises came, respect came. From the outside, my life looked impressive. But inside, something was slowly disappearing. Moments. I didn't notice it at first. Life felt productive, busy, important. Every day had structure, meetings, targets, deadlines, performance reviews, business trips. I told myself this is what success looks like. Sacrifice now. Enjoy later, work hard now, rest later, build now, live later. There was always a later. At 48, my daughter asked me if I would come to her school play. I promised I would try. That afternoon, a client called with an urgent issue. I chose the meeting. I'll be at the next one, I told her. There wasn't a next one. At 52, my mother called just to talk. I was tired and distracted. I told her I'd call back on the weekend. She passed away 3 days later. You don't forget moments like that. You learn to live with them, but they never fully leave you. In my 50s, I started noticing something strange. I had everything I once prayed for, yet I felt restless. Every achievement brought temporary satisfaction, then quickly faded. So I set bigger goals, more income, more investments, more recognition. But the finish line kept moving. The higher I climbed, the further it seemed. At 63, I attended the retirement party of a colleague. Speeches were made. Applause filled the room. A gold watch was handed to him. The next Monday, someone else sat in his office. Business continued. That day planted a quiet question in my mind. If I disappeared tomorrow, how long would the world pause? Probably not long. That realization wasn't depressing, it was clarifying. For decades, I had structured my life around things that would replace me instantly. But the people at home, they couldn't. At 67, my body began sending signals, nothing dramatic, just fatigue, blood pressure rising, sleep becoming shallow. The doctor looked at me and said something simple. You've taken care of your career, now take care of your life. That sentence echoed louder than any promotion. I began observing my days differently. I noticed how often I checked my phone while someone was talking, how often I rushed through meals, how often I said, "Not now." I realized I had mastered productivity but forgotten presence. There's a difference. Productivity builds things. Presence builds meaning. At 70, I finally slowed down enough to see clearly. I saw my wife sitting across from me at dinner, her hair now streaked with gray. When did that happen? When did we both age? I saw old photos of my children. Tiny hands, missing teeth, school uniforms. Those years had felt long at the time. Now they felt like seconds. I began to understand something powerful. Time doesn't feel fast while you're living it. It feels fast when you look back. That's when it hits you. You don't remember most meetings. You don't remember most emails. You don't remember quarterly targets. You remember laughter in the kitchen, road trips with bad music, the way your child held your finger when learning to walk, the last hug before someone was gone. The world teaches you to chase milestones. But in the end, life is made of moments. Milestones look good on paper. Moments feel good in memory. So I made changes, not dramatic ones, not reckless ones, intentional ones. I began protecting my mornings. No phone for the first hour, just quiet coffee and reflection. I scheduled dinners with my wife like they were important meetings, because they were. I called friends I hadn't spoken to in years, because I missed them. I started walking without headphones, just listening to the wind and my own thoughts. And something surprising happened. I didn't lose success. I gained peace. For years, I believed peace would come after achievement, but peace came after alignment. Alignment between how I spent my days and what truly mattered to me. Here's what no one tells you about aging. When you're young, you think time is money. When you're older, you realize money is time. You can always earn more money. You can never earn more time. I once spent decades accumulating things. Now I measure wealth differently. Wealth is having people you can call at midnight. Wealth is sitting at a dinner table full of laughter. Wealth is being healthy enough to walk without pain. Wealth is sleeping without regret. At 70, arguments seem smaller. Egos seem sillier. Competition seems exhausting. You realize most of what you fought for doesn't matter. And most of what mattered didn't require fighting. I stopped trying to impress people who weren't thinking about me. I stopped comparing my chapter 30 to someone else's chapter 10. I stopped postponing joy for a perfect time. There is no perfect time. There is only time, and it's always moving. If your life ended this year, would you feel satisfied with how you spent last month? Not impressed, not admired, satisfied. Would you be proud of your presence, of your kindness, of your courage to say what needed to be said? Most people think regret comes from failure. It doesn't. It comes from hesitation, the trip you never took, the apology you never made, the love you never expressed, the dream you kept postponing. You don't regret the risks you took. You regret the risks you were too afraid to take. I once delayed telling someone how much they meant to me because it felt awkward. Awkward is temporary. Silence can be permanent. As I sit here now, 70 years old, I don't wish I had worked harder. I don't wish I had earned more titles. I wish I had been present sooner. But here's the good news. It's never too late to realign. It's never too late to call someone. Never too late to forgive. Never too late to say, I love you. Never too late to choose depth over distraction. The clock is always ticking, but it doesn't tick loudly. It ticks quietly, steadily, unemotionally. Every second you trade for something that doesn't matter is gone forever. So here's what I learned at 70. Success without connection is empty. Achievement without health is fragile. Ambition without presence is hollow. If you are young, don't wait until 70 to understand this. If you are in your 40s or 50s, don't assume you have endless tomorrows. If you are older, don't assume it's too late. Live intentionally. Work hard, yes, but also sit still. Build wealth, yes, but also build memories. Plan for the future, yes, but don't postpone the present. One day, your house will belong to someone else. Your job will be filled by someone new. Your possessions will be sorted into boxes. But the way you made people feel, that stays. In stories, in memories, in hearts. Time is not something you manage. It is something you spend. So spend it wisely. Spend it on conversations, on forgiveness, on courage, on love. Because in the end, when the calendar pages stop turning for you, the only question that will matter is this: did you truly live, or were you just preparing to? The choice is yours, and the clock is already ticking.